Good morning, students. How are you all? Welcome to my online class. Today we will start your social science economics first chapter, that is development. You are already familiar with this word development. So let us start. What does development mean in economics? The idea of development or progress has always been with us. Everybody wants to develop oneself. We have aspirations or desires. We wish to about what we would like to do and how we would like to live. What we want to do, how we will live. We all think about this. Similarly, we have ideas about what a country should be like. What should a country do? How should a country solve the problems? What are the essential things that we require? Which things we require? Are they provided or not? Can life be better for all? How can life be better for everybody? Not only for ourselves but all the people, all whole world we can say. How should people live together? How should people live together peacefully? Can there be more equality? You have already studied that inequality exists today also. So can there be more equality? Development involves thinking about these questions and about the ways in which we can work towards achieving these goals. The above goals, all the points which we discussed above, this is what we have to achieve. So, how can we achieve all these things? When we start thinking, we are thinking about the development. This is a complex task. Complex means it is a complicated task. It is not easy, it is not that simple. It is very complex. And in this chapter, we shall make a beginning at understanding development. So, what is actually development that we will start thinking about in this chapter? Economics, it is a new thing for you. You have already studied in social science, history, geography, and civics. But now, as you are growing up, you will start earning in some years. So, what you will become, how you will earn, how you will spend, how you will live in the society, all these things you will start thinking. So, you are thinking about your development. You will learn more about these issues in greater depth in higher classes. As we are starting here, we will learn more about this topic in depth in the higher classes. Also, you will find answers to many of these questions not just in economics but also in your course in history and political science. As I have already told you, or you know, that history, geography, civics, economics, all these are related to the society. So it is known as social science. This is because the way we live today is influenced by the past. We can't desire for change without being aware of this. Why, how do we compare the things that life is better or not today? We are earning or not more today? We are able to purchase or not today? Our life is good. So we always compare our things with the past. So we are always influenced by the past. Effect is there of the past. We can't desire for change without being aware of this. So without past we cannot go ahead. Past is always there, though it is past, but it is there for comparison always. In the same way, it is only through a democratic political process that these hopes and possibilities can be achieved in real life. So many types of government you have seen, but democratic political process in which a democracy is there, democratic government is there, these hopes or what we desire, what we wish, they are possible and they can be achieved in real life in democratic government only. Now one film picture is there, you have seen this. Without me they cannot develop. In this system I cannot develop. So they and I, that is all, it is talking about people, that one should not develop. One cannot develop without the help of others. So they cannot develop, I cannot develop. It means the society has to be cooperative. The people all should cooperate with each other. then only development is possible. What development promises? Different people, different goals. Do we all have same goals? No. Different people have different goals. Let us try to imagine what development or progress is likely to mean to different persons listed in table 1.1. So let us see the table 1.1 now. Table 1.1, development goals of different categories of persons. Some categories of persons are given from the society and what they desire, what is their goal, that is given in the next column. Landless rural laborers. Rural means in the village. The laborers who are landless. You already know this term, landless laborers. Now what do they expect? They expect more days of work. They should get more days of work and better wages. You already know that they are paid very badly, very low wages are paid. So these things they expect that they should get more work, more days of work and better wages. Then local school is able to provide quality education for their children. Good education should be provided to their children in the village itself. There is no social discrimination. You know this, there is discrimination in the whole world. In at present in America, you know that Lloyd was killed by the policeman. So discrimination is there, it exists, though we say that it is less, but it is there in the world. So they should not face discrimination. The village students, the poor children should not face discrimination, and they too can become leaders in the village. They can also get higher status, higher standard by being elected or being leaders in the village. Second category is prosperous farmers from Punjab. Farmers who are very wealthy, who are from the well-to-do family in Punjab, assured a high family income through higher support prices for their crops. What crops they are growing, they should get support price, higher support price from the government, so that their income increases. And through hard working and cheap laborers, when they are getting the work done in the farm, they should pay less, or laborers should ask for low wages as we have studied above, and they should work hard but demand for less wages. They should be able to settle their children abroad, and for higher prospects they should send their children abroad to become something, we can say, beyond their capacity. What they cannot be here, they can go and get higher studies in foreign countries and settle there. Third category, farmers who depend only on rain for growing crops. This is a blank. This is the activity you should think and try to answer. Then a rural woman from a land owning family. A woman, she is in village, she has land. What is her development goal or aspiration or wish? Then urban unemployed youth. A youth who is urban, urban means from the city, but he has studied, he is educated, but he is unemployed. Then a boy from a rich urban family. A rich urban family means city life he is living, luxurious life. He is from a rich family and he is in the city. What does he expect? So these 3 to 4 are given blank in the second column, which you should try to attempt to answer. A girl from a rich urban family. Her aspirations are given. She gets as much freedom as her brother and is able to decide what she wants to do in life. The life of women and girls are dominated by males. You have already studied in civics. So, she should get freedom as her brother. She should be free to think and do what she wants to do in her life. She is able to pursue her studies abroad, and she should also be sent abroad as her brothers or boys are sent abroad. Then next is an Adivasi from Narmada Valley. Narmada Valley, where Narmada Dam is constructed. And Adivasi means tribal, we can say, who lives a social life which is not mixed with village life or city life, is far away from the society. What does he expect? So try to answer these questions. What are their aspirations? Let us continue the theory now. What are their aspirations? What do they wish? You will find that some columns are partially filled. Try to complete the table. You can also add any other category of persons. If you want to write down about some other person, suppose a beggar, you can write down about a worker, social worker, you can write down. Many are there in the categories, so you can write down of your own. But whichever is given in the table 1.1, that you should try to fill and write as exercise or homework. You want a car, one cartoon is given, you want a car. The way our country is set up, all you can hope for is maybe to one day own the rickshaw you pull. So there is a rickshaw puller. Now he tells that if you want a car, but in this type of country set up in India, you cannot expect to have a car. But the rickshaw you are pulling, which is not yours, you can have of your own one day. So this is the status of our country, not to hope for more, we can say like that, for the poor. Now having filled table 1.1, let us now examine it. Do all of these persons have the same notion of development or progress? No, we cannot say that all have same notion. Notion means idea of development or progress. Each and every category person is having different notion or idea about progress and development. Most likely not. Each one of them seeks different things. They seek things that are most important for them, that is, that which can fulfill their aspirations or desires. In fact, at times, two persons or group of persons may seek things which are conflicting. Now, what is good for other may be bad for another person. Suppose as a student, now there are rankers, we can say first and second and third. Now the second ranker will try to be the first ranker, so that first ranker will move to the second place. So what is good for one or positive for one can be negative for the other person. This is conflicting. So the first will not try to go to the second place, but the second place person will try to come up to the first place. So these are conflicting ideas. So gain of one can be the loss of other. A girl expects as much freedom and opportunity as her brother, and yet he also shares in the household work. Girl says or she expects that she should have freedom as her brother has, opportunities as her brother has, and her brother should also share the household work, do the household work. That is what she expects. Her brother may not like this, but this idea may be conflicting for her brother. He would not like to do the household work. He would not like to have his sister, have such opportunity or freedom as he has. Similarly, to get more electricity, industrialists may want more dams. Now, hydroelectricity is produced from dams. So, industrialists to set up industries, big industries, they want electricity, but for them, they should have more dams. But this may submerge the land and disrupt the lives of people who are displaced. Where will the dams be built? In the rural areas, in the villages. On whose land? On the land of the people, village people. Now, they will get displaced, such as tribals. Those who live in the interiors, tribals, they will have to move from their local place. So, they are displaced. So, benefit of industrialists, but it will be trouble for tribals. They might resent this. They will not agree to this. Resent means do not agree, and may prefer small check dams or tanks to irrigate their land. They will say they don't need bigger dams, big dams, huge dams. They want small check dams or tanks to irrigate their land. So this is what they want, but the industrialists wants huge dams for electricity and power supply of their factories and industries. So we will conclude now. Two things are quite clear. Very important point this is. 1. different persons can have different development goals that you have studied in table 1.1. And second, which is the conclusion from this point, what may be development for one may not be the development for the other. So positive for one, negative for the other. Development for one but no development for the other. It may even be destructive for the other. Suppose a dam is built, huge dam is built, the industrialist will surely benefit from that. But what about the tribal who will have to leave his land, go elsewhere, set up elsewhere? So it can be destructive for that tribal. Now those people don't want to develop. A person is riding in the car and one rural female is shown that they don't want to develop. He is owning a car, he is having a luxurious life, but these people don't want to develop. They don't want to live a luxurious life that he is thinking. Now income and other goals. If you go over table 1.1 again, you will notice one common thing. What people desire are. Now one thing is common. Everybody wants to develop and progress. So everybody wants regular work, better wages, better payments and decent price for their crops. Nobody wants less for their crops or other products that they produce. In other words, they want more income. Ultimately, everybody wants more money in one way or the other. Besides seeking more income, one way or the other, people also seek things like equal treatment, not only income, but what does a person, what do people like to have apart from the income, good income? Equal treatment, equality, freedom, liberty should be there, security should be there, job security, social security should be there, and respect of others. There should be respect in the society for each other. They resent discrimination. Nobody likes to be discriminated. All these are important goals. Apart from income, these things what we have seen, equal treatment, equality, freedom, security, respect, no discrimination, these are important goals other than income. In fact, in some cases, this may be more important than more income or more consumption, because material goods are not all that you need to live. We cannot live with goods and money, but the things we discussed just now, they are also important. Money or material things that one can buy with it is one factor on which our life depends. Money is needed, surely. Material things are also needed. But the quality of our life also depends on non-material things mentioned above. Already we have discussed that some things, respect, no discrimination should be there, equality should be there, freedom should be there, facilities should be there. These are also important, very important. If it is not obvious to you, then just think of the role of your friends in your life. Now, example is given that who are your friends? What do? They do not generate income for you, but they are necessary for you. You may desire their friendship. You want friends. Everybody wants friends. Similarly, there are many things that are not easily measured, but they mean a lot to our lives. Friendship cannot be measured, but he or she should be there in our life. It is very important. These are often ignored. So we all run after the money, but these things are often ignored. A demonstration meeting against raising the height of Sardar Sarovar Dam on Narmada River. Sardar Sarovar Dam, which is already built about 100 meters, above 100 meters height it is, but so many troubles it had faced before that. Medha Patkar, you might have heard the name, you can search on Google. So much trouble was there for the Gujarat government. It was not very easy, it was a very complex thing which after all was completed. However, it will be wrong to conclude that what cannot be measured is not important. Which is not measured in terms of money, it is not important. No, it is wrong. Everything is important as we have seen above. Consider another example. If you get a job in a far off place, before accepting it, you would try to consider many factors. You are getting a job but not local place, far off place, means up down, you have to do up down. Apart from income, income is there, but what you will think other than the income, such as facilities for your family, what extra you will get for your family, working atmosphere is good or not, conducive or not, or opportunity to learn, to upgrade yourselves, to learn things, to better yourself. Are these things there? In another case, a job may give you less pay. Now we'll think contrasting idea that you get a job which is giving less pay than the above one, but may offer regular employment. You may get regular employment. Above one does not give regular employment. Here payment is less, but it is permanent. That enhances your sense of security. So security is there. In the above case, payment may be more, but it is not fixed that your job is permanent. Here job is permanent for the whole life. So that is a security which was not there in the above case. Another job, however, may offer high pay but no job security, and also leave no time for your family. You might have to work day and night, and the job security might not be there, though payment may be more. So there are benefits and there are disadvantages also. This will reduce your sense of security and freedom. So which one you will prefer, which job you will prefer, that you have to decide. Similarly, for development, people look at a mix of goals. There is not one goal only of income, but there is a mixture of things or wishes or desires or goals. It is true that if women are engaged in paid work, their dignity in the household and society increases. Nowadays, you can see female are working, women are working shoulder to shoulder with men in each field. In each field, I can say you can see the female. So their dignity has increased, their respect has increased in the society, and they are paid well in the same case. However, it is also the case that if there is respect for women, there would be more sharing of housework and a greater acceptance of women working outside. Now, if she is working, the male who is there in the house, he will share the household work, which if she was not working, he might not have shared. Greater acceptance of women working outside. So they are given respect, they are accepted as they are having income for the family. A safe and secure environment may allow more women to take up a variety of jobs or run a business. If they have security, they are given good environment, they are respected, then they can do a variety of jobs or also run a business. You can see these things today, they are happening. But the one thing which is not there is safe environment, secure environment, security is not there. Hence, the developmental goals that people have are not only about their income but also about other important things in life. Let's work this out. Why do different persons have different notions? Notions means ideas of development. Which of the following explanations is more important and why? First, because people are different. Second, because life situations of persons are different. You have to answer this. Second, do the following two statements mean the same? Justify your answer. Both are same, then you have to tell about that. Both are not same, then you have to justify your answer. Means whether you select both or one, you have to justify your answer. People have different developmental goals, and second, people have conflicting developmental goals. I think both are true. All have different and there is conflicting. Give some examples where factors other than income are important aspects of our lives. Some factors are already given, other things are also there which you can enlist. Fourth, explain some of the important ideas of the above section in your own words. You can skip this, you can do the three questions. Now national development. We thought about the people, but people, those who live in a country, it is a nation. So when they develop, there should also be national development. If, as we have seen above, individuals seek different goals. Now we have discussed this many times that people, individuals have different goals. They seek different goals. Then their idea of national development is also likely to be different. How should be India? How should India treat people? What should be the benefits, facilities, reservations, politics? All have different ideas. Not each of them, but a group of people may think different from the other group of people, like that. Discuss among yourselves on what India should do for development. Now this is the best time to think. You know there was lockdown, how we will come out of the lockdown, what should be done, unlock phase is going on. So different people have different ideas about the studies. You know now about the students, this debate is going on whether to start the schools or not, what will happen. News are coming from Israel and everywhere that if the schools are open, the students may come into contact and the pandemic may increase. The students may get infected with coronavirus. Some may think no, they should go to school. Some may think no, school should not be open. So many different ideas are there. And how will the development come? How will the shops will be opened? Most likely you would find that different students in the class have given different answers to the above question. Some may give different answers. Not all will have different answers, but a group of students may think otherwise or different from other group. In fact, you might yourself think of many different answers and not be too sure of any of these. You may think about an answer, it will be different from other, but you will also think that what I am thinking, is it true or not, when you hear the other person's ideas. It is very important to keep in mind that different persons could have different as well as conflicting notions of a country's development. All think differently, all have different ideas, and they are also conflicting. They are contrasting to each other. However, can all the ideas be considered equally important? All the ideas are important, or some are important which can be implemented? Or if there are conflicts, how does one decide? If the ideas are contrasting, who will decide? How it will be decided what should be done? What would be a fair? Fair means justified, good idea, and just path for all, in which all are benefited. We also have to think whether there is a better way of doing things. Things can be done in other way, that we have to think. Would the idea benefit a large number of people? Very important. We should not think of one or two when we are thinking about national development. A large number of people should be benefited, or only a small group, or we are thinking which will benefit a only small group of people. National development means thinking about all these questions. When we think about all these questions, we are thinking about national development. Let's work this out. An example is given. Discuss the following situations. Look at the picture on the right. What should be the developmental goals for such an area? Now for that you have to read. First you can see the picture. Slums are there, buildings are there, and now the comprehension or a paragraph is there, and then you have to answer the questions that follow. A vessel dumped 500 tons. 1 ton means 1000 kilograms. So 5 lakh tons, we can say 5 lakh kilograms of liquid toxic means dangerous poisonous wastes into open air dumps. Open air dumps means in open air on the ground in a city and in the surrounding sea. In the open on the open ground and in the surrounding sea, this waste is disposed. This happened in a city called Abidjan in Ivory Coast, a country in Africa. The place and location is given. The fumes. What is a fume? Fume is what comes out like vapor from the substances, but it is harmful to others. That is known as fumes. From the highly toxic waste caused nausea. Nausea means vomiting like feeling, skin rashes, skin diseases develop, fainting, becoming unconscious, diarrhea, means loose motions we can say. This happened due to the fumes from the wastage, toxic waste. After a month, 7 persons were dead. 7 persons were dead. In Vishakhapatnam, recently you know a gas leak was there. 20 in hospital and 26,000 treated for symptoms of poisoning. So this happened due to waste, toxic waste disposed not efficiently we can say. A multinational company dealing in petroleum and metals had contracted a local company of the Ivory Coast to dispose the toxic waste from its ship. Ship means vessel. The multi MNC we can say multinational company which had disposed this waste, it had given the contract to a local company of the Ivory Coast to dispose the toxic waste. But how it was done? You know that it was dumped on the ground and in the sea, not efficiently and safely. So who are the people who benefited and who did not? Now who are the people who benefited and who did not? Second question, what should be the developmental goal for this country? How will be the development goal achieved or what should be it? Third, what can be some of the developmental goals for your village, town or locality? These three questions you can answer. It will be a homework. Even the idea of what constitutes development can be varied and varied means different and conflicting. These terms already we have seen. We are discussing these things from the start of the lesson. Then certainly there can be differences about ways of developing, how development should be done, what should be the ways, what should be the method, what should be the process. This there can be differences in the thoughts. If you know of any such controversy, try to find out arguments advanced by different people. If there was a problem, suppose I told you today's problem is there about the education, how it should be started. You can give your arguments or what different people think. You can write it down as homework and show me and send me on my number. You may do so by talking to different persons or you may find it from newspapers and television. So very important topic I have given you as an activity 1. I think it is enough for today. We will stop here. So please refer to the lecture. You can watch it again and again. You can hear it again and again as it is recorded, and try to answer the questions and try to be interested in economics, because history is past, that is just for comparison. Geography and civics that are there, but geography it is not very helpful in practical life we can say. Civics it is a political scenario we can say and for a citizen, but to live day to day life economics will help you a lot. So please be interested and try to understand as much as possible, and if any questions are there you can contact me. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye.